Hi everybody, CohhCarnage here with another final thoughts video, this time on Atomfall. Atomfall, I just completed in about 18 hours. I did pretty much everything there was to do in the game at my own pace. I feel like we had a very thorough playthrough, and I gotta say, I really freaking enjoyed myself. Atomfall is essentially a British Metro with some stalker elements as well. It does feature very streamlined gameplay with kind of a Last of Us inventory system where you're getting certain amounts of low max items that you can then craft with, etc. You have a very low amount of inventory spaces to work with. But I think that's because they really want you to focus on not only kind of pushing the story forward, but they also really want you to kind of fall into this spider web that they've developed for the main narrative. So what's really cool about this game is that although it is relatively short, it is not linear. And now that I've finished that, I can definitely say that. The reason that I say that is because there are numerous parts in the story that you come up to where to continue, you may have to go to another part of the world and do something else. But frequently when those situations happen, there's multiple different places around the world you can go. And that happens a lot, which is very cool. It's also incredibly well done because as you do these things in your own order, all of the NPCs you talk to, especially like important story ones, will kind of react to it. So like if you've already done something else in the world and you find an NPC that you could have talked to at the very beginning, when you talk to him later in the game, the first time you talk, he says stuff, he's going to start saying like, oh, I heard you did this over there. And this person was, something happened to them. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's very cool that that even with all this kind of very horizontal gameplay where all these different things can be happening in parallel, I don't think there was more than one or two situations where things felt out of order or not acknowledged. And considering how kind of sandboxy this game is, that's really impressive. That's very impressive. Like there's RPG companies that have a lot of trouble doing that, and they make these games for a living, like this style of game for a living. So the fact that this came from the Sniper Elite guys, and this is, from what I understand, kind of one of their first delves into this style of game, I'm very impressed. I made it through pretty much our entire playthrough without ever feeling like anything was out of order. Everything worked. It ran pretty well. Like I was very happy with that. Also, I have to say, this is one of the shortest games of this type that I've played outside of Metro. And frankly, I'm totally okay with that. The amount of quality hours in this game were great. And I have to say, the fact that the RPG mechanics were so streamlined and the looting was so kind of more basic than normal, I don't feel like it overstayed its welcome at all. I feel like for this game to have been longer, it would have needed deeper mechanics, deeper looting, and it didn't have that. So the fact that it's the length that it is, it's kind of perfect. That's fine. I think that I definitely, as I got towards the end, and you get to that stage of the game where every time you look at loot, it says you're full on it, that's when you start getting a little bit fatigued. And even though ammo was an issue to the end of the game for me, especially for my favorite weapon, I definitely was towards the end kind of like, okay, like I'm maxed, I've got everything, we're good to go, like let's see the endings. And sure enough, that's pretty much when the ending happens. So I was very pleased with that. Anyway, that's it. I know I've gone a little long with this video, but that's it for me. I had a fantastic time in Atomfall. It is an excellent addition to this kind of Metro-like, stalker-like genre. I cannot wait to play the DLCs for this game. And yeah, I had a great time beginning to end. Definitely can recommend it to people that like these styles of games. Thanks for watching. I hope you had as much fun as I did. If you want to check out our playthrough, and as always, appreciate your time. See you guys later. Bye-bye.